Hi guys, this is Caitlin again, just coming to you to talk about lesson 6 for Saxon 76. Today we're going to be talking about fractional parts, and guys, I'm doing something new where I'm standing up at my whiteboard and working, so hopefully this works for you. I'm sorry about my lights, I'm going to try and block them out, but you got to be able to see this beautiful mug. Alright guys, so if you're following along at home, like I said, 76, Math 76, the third edition, make sure it's the third edition, and we're on lesson 6. Okay, so I'm on page 26, and we have the first example. Guys, this is just like fractions, and I'm sure you remember learning these in 4th grade maybe. So the first example shows a circle. I'll show you. So we've got this guy right here, and it says, it would help if I put my marker down. So for example 1, what fraction of the circle is shaded? What fraction of that circle is shaded? All right, so the closer I get, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be wonky with this. All right, so what we are looking at is we have that on this guy, all of the spaces that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces, and one of those is shaded, right? So what it is, fractions basically are, they all boil down to this. That was a really good close-up of my face. All right, guys, fractions boil down to this one thing, and it is part over whole. That is all a fraction is just the part over the whole, okay? So when we look at that circle that was broken up like this, the whole thing is, as we discussed, 6 slices of pie. 6 slices of pie. The one that I ate is the shaded one, and that's just 1. So guys, this is said as 1/6. 1/6, okay? We get into some of these others. Now we're going to be talking about fractional parts of other things. So if you take a look at example number 2, the question asks us, what number is, that's a number sign, kids, not a hashtag. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling old. Of 450. What number is 1/2 of 450? Here's the deal. I'm going to give you some tricks on learning words and math, converting the two, okay? The first one that you want to know is the word what. You'll want to write this down in your notebook, okay? The word what equals x. That's our unknown. Guys, x, letters in math, and I probably should have explained this in the last few lessons, letters in math are just using an unknown, okay? An unknown. It's called a variable, all right? So the word what means x, or just some variable, something that it's an unknown. The word is equals. You know what, you should probably write it like this, actually. Is equals. I'll try recording more of these during the day so I can turn my light out. It just gets dark in here, so I apologize. Is equals, write that down in your notebook, okay? The next one is of. Of is my favorite. Of equals multiplication. Gosh, that word is so long. Multiplication. The word of means multiply. So let's apply all of our new terminology to this guy that we have up here, okay? The word what number, so we got a couple things here. We got what number is 1/2 of 450. We can convert all this into math. What number, that's x, is, that's equals 1/2, oh, let's try that again. 1/2 of means multiply 450. Guys, this is just a simple math problem. Now, in case you don't remember about multiplying fractions, you have to make them both fractions. And folks, we just multiply straight across the top, straight across the bottom. Honestly, I love multiplying fractions. Hate adding them because you got to find a common denominator and all that. But for multiplying, we're going to multiply straight across the top, straight across the bottom. I need to erase these notes here so I can write that for you. So we have 1/2, so x equals 1/2 times 450 over 1. Guys, so that is going to be x equals 1 times 450. 450 over 2 times 1, which is 2. 2. Excellent. Right there. Guys, so we're really doing 450 divided by 2. So let's do some side work and get that 450 divided by 2. So we have 450 divided by 2. 2 goes into 4. 2 times 2 is 4. We subtract, we bring down, we get 5. 2 goes into 5 2 times with a remainder of 1. Bring down that 0. 2 goes into 10 5 times. 5 times. So we come back down here. X equals 225. So what number is 1/2 of 450? 225. 225. Excellent. I'm going to pause this and sit back down because I think it's hard to see. So I apologize. I'll be right back. All right, you guys, I'm back. I am not going to sit down because I sit down all day. Meh. But I am going to stand here and so now you can see my whiteboard again. All right, guys. So for the example number 2, we have B. What number is 1/3 of 450? So guys, what I'm doing is showing you a little bit different than the Saxon book does show you how to do these. So you can look at the Saxon book and there's a different, like just a different method of doing it, and that's absolutely totally acceptable. I just happen to think this is easier and might make a little more sense, might not. So, all right, what number is 1/3 of 450? Again, we have what number? That's brown. What? Of 450. We got all these guys. Let me see if I can find a marker. All right, let's try that again. Ugh. All right, so the word what number, that again means X. The word is means equals. 1/3 of means multiply. 450. And again, we put that into a fraction form just to make our lives a little bit easier, okay? Multiplying fractions, we multiply straight across the top, straight across the bottom. So we get X equals 450 divided by 3. Let's do some side work and see about that. 3, 4, 5. 3 goes into 4 one time. 1 times 3 is 1. Or 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract 1, 5. 3 goes into 15 5 times with 0 remainders. But I do have a 0 here. And remember, our decimal is over here. So I've got to throw another 0 up there. So the answer is not 15. It is 150. So X equals 150. So what number is 1/3 of 450? It's 150. 150, not 100 and. Jeez. All right, guys. So let's take a look at. Now, a way to think about this that the example has, it's asking like, I think it says 1/2 of 6. And guys, the way that this works, to think it out instead of using the math part of it, we could think about how we're doing this visually, because that's what I was looking for. So we have 6 total, right? So we got 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to draw circles, you guys. I'm going to use my All right, so remember my chips that I was using? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. So what this is telling us is we want to take this denominator here, and that's what we're going to break it up into groups. So in this one, we're going to break it up into groups of 2, even groups of 2, right? So we have 2 even groups, and within those, we want to select one group of 2, which is worth 3. You guys see that? It's worth 3. So let's take that 6 though. Let's say 2/3 of 6. What is 2/3 of 6? So let's use our 6 again. And we group them into, we want to break them up into 3 groups. 3 even groups. Here's one group, 2, 3. Okay? Now we want 2 of those groups. Here is one group. Here's another group. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would be 4. 2/3 of 6 is 4. So that's a way of visualizing it. But if that's a little difficult, especially when we get up into some larger numbers, you can just do the math part of it like I was doing earlier. Convert everything from English into math. Guys, if you don't speak a second language, you do now. And that second language is math. So you're going to be converting quite a bit. All right, so taking a look at our next number. Oh, C. How much money is 1/5 of 450? 450, good. Okay, how much money is 1/5 of, so how much is the same as what, right? What money is, but it sounds weird when we say that. But the reason why I say that is because that's what we're gonna convert, okay? Is 1/5 of 450. So how much, that we're gonna call that X, is 1/5 of, means multiply, $4.50. And I'm gonna put it over 1 just to make life easier. Multiply straight across the top, straight across the bottom. We get 450 divided by 5. 450 divided by 5. Let's go do that side work. 450, just a friendly reminder, that decimal is there, so we need to bring that up. 5 does not go into 4, but it does go into 45 9 times. 9 times 5 is 45. We subtract, we get 0, we bring down a 0. We're not done. We got to throw a 0 on here because we're talking about dollars. And when we're talking about dollars and cents, you got to, or actually when we're talking about dollars, and using this dollar symbol, you got to have 2 digits, right? You can't go up to like the store and say, hey, this is worth 5.2, right? You say $5.20. So hopefully that makes sense. Get it? Cents, dollars. I'm hilarious. All right, so let's practice some of these. On page 28, we have practice A through G. A through G. We got our first one, looks like this. It's got 1, 2, 3 shaded. Remember, it is part over whole. Guys, if you have not written that down in your notebook, make sure you do. Also, by the way, you need to stop right now, pause, try the practice problems, and then come back and we'll go over them, okay? But if you've already tried them and you're back, welcome. We do part over whole, which means this whole thing is worth 4, and the part that is shaded is 3. So that's what you should have gotten for A. Let's talk about B here. We got 1, 2, 3, 5. All right, so we got part over whole again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whole circles. 2 of them are selected, so we've got 2/5. For C, oh my gosh, you guys are gonna make me draw this out. I draw boxes terribly. 1, 2, 3, we got this one, this one, this one. Good. The part over whole, so the whole is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The part that is shaded is 1, 2, and 3, so you should have 3/8 for C. 3/8 for C. All right, so let's take a peek at some of these other guys here. I'm just breaking things here, guys, it's fine. All right, so for D, what number is, what number is 1/2 of 72? Again, mathematically speaking, this is how we're going to set this guy up. What means X? Is means equals 1/2 of means times 72 over 1. X equals 72 over 2. Do the math on that. 2 goes into 7 3 times. 1, bring down the 2. 2 goes into 12 6 times. So X equals 36. So what number is 1/2 of 72? 36. All right, so for E, we have 1/2 of 1,000. 1/2 of 1,000. If you don't want to set this up, or if you happen to know this off the top of your head, that's totally fine too, because 1/2 of 1,000 is really just 500, right? Mathematically speaking, we would say X equals 1/2 times 1,000 over 1, which gives us 1,000 over 2. When we divide that, we get 5, 0, 0, 0, 0, bring down another 0, and we get 500, 500. It's a good idea though to start thinking about that. When you think half, you cut something in half, right? And so if we cut 1,000 in half, we get 500. Good. All right, so we're looking at now letter F. What number is 1/3 of 180. Again, we're going to multiply straight. We can turn anything into a fraction by putting it over 1. Multiply straight across top, we get 180 over 3. 3 goes into 18 6 times, but there's this 0 we have to worry about. So it's not 6, it's 60. Okay, your answer is 60. Good. Let's look at this next one. Gee, how much is 1/3 of $3.60? Again, we can turn anything into a fraction by putting this over 1. Okay, so we have 1 times 360, so x equals 360 on top, over 3 times 1, which will give us 3. So let's go ahead and do that side work, okay? 3 goes into 3.60. So we bring that up. We know that 12 goes into 36, so we can actually cut some time here. So 12 times 3 is 30, or 3 goes into 36 12 times. So we get this minus, bring down a 0. We got to slap another 0 on out there because we're talking about dollar signs, okay? So x equals $1.20. $1.20. All right. So that was it then for lesson 6. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Talking about fractions, bringing it back to I think 4th grade, 5th grade. Fractions are my favorite. And guys, you are going to be using fractions from now until forever in your math career. So you got to get used to them now. If you have any questions, please, by all means, let me know. I just figured out this software so I can jump around here. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next lesson.